Today is very exciting. We are talking about the house again. We're actually going back to the house in like half an hour just to walk around. Everything's been cleared out. I think it's gonna be really weird to see the house with nothing in it. Maybe I should start at the beginning for any of you that don't know what's going on. Basically, my dad's childhood home is vacant and we are taking the opportunity to develop it into a house, and that kind of starts today. I'm talking about it a lot, like in my personal life, and I've shared it here, but it's something that I have a really hard time like actually processing is reality, because like in what world am I building a house? I'm very comfortable in my house right now. I love it. I renovated it. Like it's exactly what I wanted from the space. So to think about starting over and like building something completely from scratch is kind of terrifying, I'm not gonna lie, but also very exciting. Like the end result I know will be worth all of the stress. And you know, I remember feeling a lot of decision fatigue when I was working on this place because I didn't have a designer. I didn't have like anyone telling me what goes with what, and it was quite overwhelming to do. But I feel like having done this, I feel a little bit more equipped to do a full build, but also there's architects and designers and everything that will be a part of that job, because I don't know how to build a house from scratch. I don't even know how this process works. All I know is that today we are meeting with an architect. I think this is the architect we're gonna go with. He built another house on that street, so he knows all the permits we need, all of the limitations we have. So yeah, but we're gonna go to the house just to walk around, see if there's anything that I want to keep from like what's there right now. I think there's gonna be a couple of doors I want to keep and bring into the new house somehow. Oh my god, like it's I'm like talking like new house. Is that a big spider? It definitely is. Sorry, ADD. It's hard to say the word new house. I'm like, it just doesn't register at all. I think maybe it will after today. Like this is the first step into really making it happen. So we're going to the architect's house. His office is in his house. So we get to tour another one of his builds, which is very exciting. I think getting to walk through a house that he made, I'll be able to kind of see what is possible for me. I think when we get back from that, I'll show you guys some of my ideas, things that I want in the house, kind of run you through what I'm thinking about, the style, everything. And this is crazy. It's like so out of world. I think also later I'll address some of the questions that you guys had about the build and like the logistics of it all. So we're just gonna start the day off on a very exciting note and getting this started, I guess. Crazy. Oh, it's so weird, Dad. You want to
jump jail, man.
This is so weird. I think just walking through empty houses in general is a weird feeling, but especially one that you've like been in since you were a kid. I mean, my dad especially. Oh, it's weird. It smells the same. Oh my God.
Want to look upstairs?
Yeah, I think we need these doors. Maybe some of these handles.
Like, they did an amazing job cleaning
Yeah.
out.
It's crazy. Holy heck.
And this is just
The remainder.
yeah. Oh, this is, oh, it's me.
Mitchell Massacott. Well, that's cute, Dad.
Smart guy.
Secondary school. You got the honor graduation diploma. Oh my God, 1978. Look at your room.
Good. It's got some decent width, the house.
It does. I know, I was looking at that.
Yeah, it's got some good width, and then it'll have some great length.
You don't by any chance have like a wall with all your heights on it, do you? In here?
No.
Oh. I like these.
I know. But yeah, so it's twice as wide basically. So if you can imagine that being all window across the back, that would be a lot.
That's hard to even, I mean, it'd be insane.
And you wouldn't see the sides of any houses because you'd be level, even with all the other. So all you see is park. You can say, well, do you want higher ceilings? Like this here is, you know, you could go an extra foot. You know, depending on if you're going 2-story versus 3-story.
I gotta go 2-story, I think. I think 3-story is way too big.
I think so, but we'll find out. And then don't forget the front is going to be more open. Maybe, you know, like they'll allow light to flood in. This whole area is just blocked off. completely.
Yeah, I would want it a bit more open, for sure. Cute little entryway.
Like a bigger vestibule?
Yeah, something that like it feels like you're entering the house, but you have a space.
Yeah.
I think I want these doors too, or at least the glass.
1930 vintage.
So cool.
And look at that one there. That's a nice piece of.
That door, yeah.
Yeah.
Or the window.
The window.
Like into an office, these doors would be really cool.
Yeah.
The glass would keep them for sure, and those two in the kitchen. Could use those like above a bar, like a cool built-in bar, I'm thinking, in like a dining room. You wanna go outside?
Yeah.
It's so weird to be in here. It's like, it's ready to go. We're on our way to the meeting with the architect. I'm really excited to see his house, first of all. I think that's gonna be just fun. I love touring houses in general. So I think it'll be cool to see him. Then obviously, you know, if he built it, it'll be fun to see that as well. But what do we think we're gonna discuss? Like, I have no idea what I'm walking into.
Well, we're going to discuss design concepts.
Okay, exciting.
Like, generally speaking.
Right. Like generally as in like what kind of style?
But also configuration, like floors.
Okay, yeah.
And generally speaking, costs related to floors.
Right.
i.e. if you have one less floor, what does that mean from a cost perspective?
Right.
See what his work looks like.
Yeah.
And see what the vibe is. You know, is he a good fit for you to work with? Does he think so? Do you think so?
Okay.
And kind of just, you know, a little bit of flow. He will guide us through
The process,
I
guess.
process to some degree.
So I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Exactly.
I guess we'll see. Zoom though, because I'm so used to just like moving the lens.
Exactly.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling slightly overwhelmed. Like, once I get my head around it, I'll be more excited. Right now I'm feeling overwhelmed. It's not a small project. And the thought of doing it it's very large. It's big. I will go over everything that was discussed, but I'm starving, so gotta make some lunch. Had this meal every day for days now. I'm not quite sick of it yet. I gotta eat first before I can process. Okay, I hope you can't see the mess that is my office right now. I need to clean it so bad. But I've given myself some time to digest all the things, just like process it all, because, you know, when it comes to things like this, I need time to like let things sink in and see how I feel as they do. You know, talking to the architect, kind of hearing a rough number, definitely, it's scary. Like I'm not gonna, you know, tell you it's not, that I'm not kind of scared at this big of a project, because it's not casual, it's not chill. On one hand, it's awesome that my dad is inheriting this lot and this house, and he is gifting it to his kids to do whatever they want to do with. And obviously, since I'm the one that is going to be benefiting from this lot and this opportunity, I am paying out my brother his half. So there's that, and then there's all the different checkpoints throughout the process. So basically the first step is to get a survey of the land, and then we basically go right into the design process, which I'm excited about. Like, that is so exciting to me, and I would pay him as we go, which makes it feel a little bit less scary instead of like paying this massive lump sum. So once we have the survey done, he can start coming up with layouts, and then he said his process is basically like, we go back and forth. He sends a layout, I send him my feedback, I can send him a bunch of photos and visuals of what I'm looking for, and what kind of general vibe I want out of my home. I want it to be cozy. I love so many different styles, which makes it difficult narrowing down exactly what I want. I just know that I want it to feel cozy and homey, and as much as I love a modern, clean, simple aesthetic, his home, I didn't film it, obviously, it's like where his family lives. Very contemporary, very modern. It was stunning, but I want something a little bit more homey, which is funny because I feel like I renovated this place with more of a modern, clean, simple aesthetic, and I love it. I wouldn't change a single thing in what I did to this place, but thinking long term of what I would want in like this house that also has so much history and meaning to my family, I'd want it to feel like a place where I can have my family over, have people over. So we would go back and forth until we have the design exactly the way we want it, the layout. This would be like in the summer figured out. That's the first thing that has to be done. And then from there, we go to the permits and that should be done by the fall. And then we would have to wait until next spring for the construction, and that would take a year. So it's like a year to get everything, the design and the permits done, and then a year to build is essentially the timeline. So it could be done like summer of 2027, which is crazy. So basically my dad was helping me process this because he knows the way my brain works. There are still choices along the way. So basically I can start this process, we can do the design, and then at the end of that, if I decide to change my mind, because you know, like 2 years is a long time. I have no idea what's gonna happen in 2 years. So we can do the design. I could decide if I don't want to do it anymore and I could just stay here. I could even go through the entire build, and at the end when the house is done, I could decide to just sell it. That's an option if I don't feel like moving into the house. I mean, ultimately the goal is to make this a house that I would want to live in and like live in for the foreseeable future. I will be building it with grander ideas in mind, but you know, life, you really never know what's gonna happen. The world is changing constantly. Like, it's very overwhelming just watching the climate of society right now, the economy and everything. Like, there's a lot factored into this, and it is overwhelming to think about because like, who the hell knows what's gonna happen in the world. So keeping in mind that there are options makes this a lot easier for me, instead of thinking if I do this and like the whole world shuts down, that I'm like stuck with this choice and I don't want anymore. Like, the option to sell is still there if I don't want to live in it by some chance. I'm not, you know, counting on that because I ultimately, as I said, want to live there, but it's nice to have options. I think that brings a lot of comfort. So I kind of want to go through my Pinterest board and like just look through all the things that I've saved. I've saved a million and one things that I like, you know, certain things of, and I don't even know how to start piecing together my overall idea. I do want to show you guys kind of what I'm thinking and things that I know I want, or ideas that I think I want. I don't know. I'm sure that my thoughts are gonna change as we start like actually getting to this process and I start going back and forth on the layout with him. But some things that I think that I really want right now, I would love like a little kitchen banquette. I would love a dining room, which is funny because when I first got into this place and I was renovating it, I just didn't see the value in a dining room at all. And even growing up, we never sat at the dining room table, but ultimately, I think it is nice to have if you want to host, if you like want to have like a nice dinner and make it a cute moment. Like, it's just nice to have a space for that. I also like separate spaces. I don't want an open concept. I want closed but open, not like fully open where everything is like you can look around and see kitchen, living room, dining room. Like, I want something where the rooms feel separated, but there's still like flow in between it all. I would love a walk-in closet and I want to have like a little vanity in front of a window where I can do my makeup in there. I would love 2 sinks in the bathroom. That would be nice. I would love, this is just like silly, you know, if you're thinking of your dream house, what do you want? I want a sauna in the basement. I want like a little mini gym where I can put my treadmill, have some weights, and I want a sauna. Like, I love saunas and I think it'd be really nice to have. What else? I have like a million photos I've saved. Maybe I should go through them right now and see what things are looking like. It's really fun thinking about it and like saving photos that I like and think are pretty and imagining that actually being my space. It's crazy. It's like truly crazy. Also, another thing, so when we first started talking to the architect, the idea was to match the other new homes on that street, which a lot of Toronto homes. So I saw a couple comments saying that I should factor in the fact that the houses are so close together and you're basically like stepping on top of your neighbor. That is just inevitable in the city of Toronto. If you want to like move to the suburbs, you'll have a little bit more space, but I want to live in the city. I want to live somewhere walkable. That's just like how I've always liked things. It's just how it is when you live in a city. It's not something that bothers me. I grew up with that, so it's kind of like the norm. But a lot of houses in Toronto now, because the lots are more narrow, they're just building taller. So there's like 3 stories, like a basement, main floor, second floor, and third floor. So our original quote from the architect was for 3 stories. But the more that I thought about that, I was like, that is gonna be a huge home for me. Like, even with the thought of kids, it just feels way too big. I like cozy. So I'm thinking just doing 2 stories up and then a basement. I'm trying to think of anything else I can tell you about my current vision. I don't know. Let me show you some pics. I was gonna show you guys individual photos that I really like, but I figure I'll just take you through the whole board and then point out things that I really like in each photo, or like, you know, some of the photos. I've always loved a fireplace like this. I think that is so pretty with the marble, like it's super clean. I don't know if I'll actually end up with something like that, but I think it's really pretty. This exterior, I'm obsessed with. I love the brick. I think it would look great in the neighborhood. Very like brownstone. Like, I love this, kind of love this vibe for a powder room. I have so many ideas for powder rooms, but I like the striped wallpaper. I think that's cool. I really want a kitchen pantry. I think this is awesome. Like a small little pantry off the kitchen to keep like appliances and whatnot. Love this. Like it's open concept, but it's kind of closed. Just like feels like the space is divided. I love that. I really like this energy, like in a dining room, just a bar on top. This would be an awesome basement. I doubt I'll actually have a pool table down there, but I like the idea. Little movie theater vibe. I don't know. I save everything. Who knows what'll be reality, but I love this. Like I think this is stunning, like in a dining room or off the kitchen. I'm not sure. But I love the energy of this. Love this for backyard. I think this is really pretty, like the muted blue with the marble in a shower. This dining room, stunning. All the greenery and the big window. I think that's so pretty. Another backyard. I definitely want to have a grill and a big table and twinkly lights, of course. Love, love, love this entryway. Like I definitely want something like this. I like that it's open, but it's, you know, separated. I like the tile. I love the idea of having a sideboard in the entryway so you can store stuff and put like a little keys bowl or whatever. Here's like a little banquette idea. I think that's really pretty. Love this. Here's like a little mini gym. I think this is probably too big, but I love this if I'm trying to go super aesthetic in there. I have no idea. I think that's really pretty. Here's like a little mini sauna over there. Like it wouldn't be a big one. Or like here. Keep in mind, these are all just like big dreams. We'll see what things actually look like when we start going over it all. Here's another banquette kind of idea and like a little nook. I feel like I have to do blue tile again. I just love that. It has not gotten old at all to me. I think this is so pretty. I definitely want like a lot of light in the kitchen. So this kind of vibe. Here's another kitchen banquette. Here's like pantry energy. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Like I really want to have a designated spot to do my makeup. Ideally I would have a drawer here too with like my go-to makeup and then maybe the rest in here. But if that was like not a sink and this is in a closet. Love this bright and airy kitchen. Here's another vanity if I wanted to do it in the bathroom. Honestly, it's gonna be really hard to pick like what I want to ultimately do because there's so many pretty things. Oh, I definitely want to have like built-in laundry in my closet, like a hamper. Here's another photo. I love this. Big windows. Here's like a bedroom. I think that's so pretty. Kind of love this, like an arched sitting room off of the entry. I think that's pretty. I like this kind of dining room. Obviously I have to have like somewhere for my books. So I'm thinking this kind of wall in an office, I think would be so nice with like the built-in bookshelves with the arches. I think that's amazing. I would love a standalone tub. I would love that. I put one in LA and then I moved, so I never really got to enjoy it. Here's another photo of like the open but closed concept I'm looking for, where everything's, you know, there, but it feels separate. Love the look of this. Love this bathroom vibe. Guys, I could show you 1,000,001 photos. Like I have, it goes on and on and on and on. I don't even know when to stop. Another banquette, another one. Love the idea of having an office overlooking the back. Like that would be so nice. Okay, this is the dream vanity. Either in a closet, bathroom, I don't know, but that is the vibe. And like a little coffee area, obviously. Cozy living space like that. This is gonna be so fun. I can't even believe this is real. Also, I moved downstairs. It was getting chilly up there and I wanted to be on the couch. That's kind of the vision. That's kind of what's going on. That is the update. I'll keep you posted on everything as things happen, as things progress. But I think we're really doing it. We're really doing it. I also saw a lot of people asking about Ryan and if he would be living in the house with me and if he's like putting input in, and his opinion is that, you know, this is my family's thing and he wants me to make it exactly what I want, but I obviously want to, you know, include him and, you know, hear what he thinks. And the guy loves wine, so maybe we do like a little wine fridge or like mini wine cellar, I don't know, in the basement. But I'm obviously like, you know, thinking of him in mind because by the time this is done, like I'm sure we're living together, so I want him to feel included in the process as well, but he wants me to make it what I want to make it. Yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. There is the house update. So let me know if you have any more questions in the comments and I'd be happy to answer and, you know, talk more about this because it's crazy and it's fun. I'm excited to talk about it, even though it is kind of overwhelming. Like the whole thought of it is quite overwhelming. It's a lot, but ultimately it's a huge gift that I have this opportunity and that I have the means to be able to do it and hopefully get to live there at the end of it. We'll see what happens in the world, but you know, the plan is to build a home that I can grow in and live in and love. Yeah, so that's that for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this little update and yeah, we'll talk in the comments. Okay, love you, bye.